Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would invite all of us, if we could please stand for a brief moment as we invite God's presence. Dear Lord, we want to thank you again for another day. We want to thank you for blessing us, keeping us, and guiding us. I ask you to bless today's proceedings, that it may be fruitful, productive, and all will go in one accord. I ask you to bless the presenters, bless our ministry, the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship, et al., bless the St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank, and all those that are present, dear Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. You may be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Samuel Duggins, Minister within the Ministry of Small Business, Entrepreneurship, Cooperatives, and the Creative Economy. Permanent Secretary, Ms. Delwyn Taylor, from the St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank. General Manager, Mr. Terence Quasman, Group Commercial Lead from the Group Corporate Unit, Mr. David Lake, Executive Manager, Business Development, Mr. Anthony Morton, and other support staff within the institution, Chairman of the St. Kitts and Nevis Development Bank, Mr. Siobhan Douglas, Directors within the ministry, senior personnel, and other support staff. Distinguished guests, partners, members of the media, and most importantly, the vibrant community of entrepreneurship and small business owners joining us via our social media platform. I encourage all those who are listening now to share the live. It is a distinct pleasure to welcome you to this significant occasion, a dynamic partnership between the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship, Cooperatives, and the Creative Economy and the St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank. Today marks a milestone in our ongoing mission to strengthen the backbone of our economy, our small business and entrepreneurs. This initiative is not only about access to financing, it's also about building the capacity, confidence, and credibility of our entrepreneurs to present themselves as their ventures as ready, reliable, and resilient investments. Through this collaboration, we aim to bridge the gap between innovation and investment to provide not just funding, but the tools, training, and technical support that transform great ideas into sustainable enterprise. We are proud to stand beside the National Bank, a pillar of financial strength and community development, in a shared vision to unlock the full potential of our local businesses and creatives. Together, we are laying the groundwork for a move inclusive, more empowered, and for a more prosperous future. Let us embrace this journey of collaboration, learning, and growth, because when our business thrives, our nation thrives. Thank you, and let's build bankable businesses together. I now welcome to the podium the Permanent Secretary within the Ministry, Ms. Delwyn Taylor, to give a project overview. Please welcome her.
Good morning again, everyone, and allow me to adopt the protocol that has so ably been established. Save and accept to recognize our Honorable Minister, Samuel Duggins, and the Managing Director for the St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank. Thank you for joining us here today as we launch an exciting new initiative aimed at empowering our small business community. The Building Bankable Businesses Financial Literacy Program represents a bold step forward in fostering financial inclusion, equipping entrepreneurs across St. Kitts and Nevis with the tools, knowledge, and confidence to secure the financial resources they need to grow and thrive. Access to finance is one of the biggest hurdles faced by small businesses, and this program is our response to that challenge. It is designed not just to help businesses understand finance, but also to enhance their bankability, ensuring that they are well positioned to meet the evolving needs of the financial sector. Small businesses matter. They drive employment, innovation, and economic diversification. Yet, despite their potential, many are unable to access the capital they need to scale, often due to poor financial management or a lack of understanding about how to engage with financial institutions. The Building Bankable Business Program is designed to tackle this challenge head-on. It aims to provide entrepreneurs with the financial literacy needed to understand and navigate the often complex world of finance. By doing so, we are not only improving their financial knowledge of the business owners, but also enhancing their ability to present their business as viable candidates for loans and investments. This initiative addresses the root causes of financial exclusion, particularly for micro and small businesses that face rejection from banks due to the lack of documentation, poor credit scores, or inconsistent cash flow. In light of all these realities, the ministry continues to emphasize the importance of building stronger and more resilient public-private partnerships, and we are pleased to announce a strategic partnership with the St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank. These partnerships will be more critical, not just to help businesses weather current challenges, but to ensure they are positioned to innovate, expand, and compete globally. This partnership will also break down barriers by focusing on more inclusive and flexible evaluation criteria for accessing building businesses' bankability. This also means that even if a business has been previously denied credit based on traditional lending metrics, this program will offer them a second chance. Further details will be presented by the representative from the National Bank, who will share more about their role and what businesses can expect from this partnership during today's launch. The Building Bankable Business Program is structured as a six-week intense boot camp that will equip entrepreneurs with essential financial knowledge needed to improve their operations and access financing. The curriculum will cover core financial concepts such as budgeting, cash flow management, understanding financial statements, and strategies for debt management that would fundamentally guide businesses on how to develop sound financial strategies for long-term growth and sustainability. Sessions will also incorporate wellness and personal financial health, recognizing that a healthy entrepreneur is essential to a healthy business. Participants will also receive hands-on support in understanding how to present their business in a way that appeals to financial institutions. This includes mastering the documentation required to apply for loans, understanding what banks look for in applicants, and developing a financial plan that reflects the true potential of their business. The training sessions will be facilitated by financial experts who will provide practical insights into everyday financial management. Entrepreneurs would learn how to use financial tools to streamline their operations, make informed decisions, and set achievable goals. Upon completion of the program, participants will be required to meet specific program completion requirements, including regular attendance, active participation, submission of required assignments, and satisfactory demonstration of learning objectives. Only those who successfully meet these requirements will receive a certificate of completion. We require full engagement and commitment from all participants. This is a hands-on, result-driven program. Participants are not just expected to learn, they are expected to apply what they learn to real business scenarios and decision-making. The ministry and our partners are equally committed to delivering a high-impact program. We will provide a supportive learning environment, expert guidance, and follow-up advisory services to help the businesses succeed beyond the classroom. This effort strengthens the ministry's mandate to foster a thriving MSME sector, one that is active, resilient, bankable, and future-ready. The success of this program will improve business performance through sound financial practices, greater access to capital using non-traditional evaluation criteria, a growing cohort of financially literate entrepreneurs contributing more meaningfully to the economy, stronger institutional collaboration between the ministry and the St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank as we scale this model forward. For those interested in joining the Building Bankable Business Program, the application process is simple and accessible. Entrepreneurs can apply online by visiting www.bankablebiz.com, where they will find the application form and detailed instruction. The staff at the ministry are prepared and ready to provide any assistance with the application process. To complete the application, businesses must submit a business plan, 2 years of financial projections, a valid business license, 2 government-issued IDs, and statement of good standing with Inland Revenue, Social Security, and SCELEC. Once the application is submitted, our team will review each application to ensure that applicants meet the program prerequisites. I encourage all interested business owners to apply, engage in this transformative learning experience, and take the first step towards securing the capital and resources needed for sustainable growth. To our entrepreneurs of St. Kitts and Nevis, this is your opportunity. If you have been turned down before, or if you are just starting out and want to do it right, now is your moment to become bankable. We are removing barriers. We are leveling the playing field. Take that step, apply, participate, grow. To our community at large, support these businesses, champion them, believe in them. To our partners, The St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank, thank you. Your willingness to innovate with us and your commitment to the local business sector is a model of public-private collaboration at its best. Together, we are building bankable businesses. Together, we are building a stronger federation. Thank you.
Thank you, P.S. Taylor, for that comprehensive overview of the project. I think we now have a clearer understanding as to what this project is all about. And I encourage, just like the PS, encourage persons, businesses, just starting out, businesses that are not so new, to join the program. Now we'll be featured with the Building Bankable Business Financial Literacy Program Jingle reveal, and this was done by the Red Rocket Group and Blade the Artist.
One time, what we tell them? We are building bridges to financial solutions, building bankable businesses. Pick up the phone, build partnerships for growth, empowering our own small businesses for you. It's your time to unlock your future. BBB, building stability. You can position for success. It's good for me, great for you. Dreams turn to reality. We are building bridges to financial solutions, building bankable businesses. Pick up the phone, build partnerships for growth, empowering our own small businesses for you.
Sign up today for the Building Bankable Businesses program, brought to you by the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship in partnership with the St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank.
All right, put your hands together. I see my good friend Lake, who was very particular on the jingle, and he's there nodding, you know what I mean? And I see others in the crowd, you know, really enjoying that. Very good work. Now we'll invite Mr. Lake, David Lake, to bring some brief remarks as it relates to the products offered. Mr. Lake.
Thank you, MC Delwayne. I almost broke out into a little jig. Special good morning to the Honorable Samuel Duggins, Minister Responsibility for the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship, Managing Director of the St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank and its subsidiaries, Mr. Terence Cosman, Permanent Secretary Taylor and her dynamic team at the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship. I also wish to welcome everyone here in attendance today, as well as those joining us across the Federation and beyond. Today marks a significant milestone for the entrepreneurial and small business community of St. Kitts and Nevis, as the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship officially launches the Building Bankable Businesses Financial Literacy Program. This initiative stands as a true testament to the ministry's unwavering dedication to empowering small businesses and fostering sustainable economic growth across our islands. At National Bank, we deem it a privilege to stand alongside the ministry in support of this transformative program. We wholeheartedly embrace the ministry's vision of building bridges to financial solutions. And we see ourselves as one such bridge, connecting our nation's entrepreneurs to opportunities that can build growth and success. We believe that the practical workshops that will be offered through this program will equip participants with invaluable financial knowledge and hands-on training that will prove indispensable to the day-to-day operations of their businesses. By joining forces with the ministry and other partners, including the Eastern Caribbean Partial Credit Guarantee Corporation, we aim to amplify the impact of this initiative, ensuring that more business owners across our federation can benefit from these critical resources. The program's objective, and I quote, to equip entrepreneurs with essential skills, improve loan readiness, and support the growth of thriving businesses are vital to navigating the demands of today's dynamic economy. As National Bank continues to grow and evolve, we remain steadfast in our commitment to ensuring that our customers and communities grow right alongside us. The trust placed in us by the people of St. Kitts and Nevis is reflected in the sustained growth of our portfolio. We deeply value this trust and take seriously our responsibility to give back through meaningful support for customer education and financial literacy initiatives like this one. A word to our entrepreneurs and aspiring business owners. I urge you to seize this opportunity with both hands. Invest in your financial education, nurture your business ideas, and take full advantage of the resources provided by the ministry through this outstanding program. The knowledge and skills you acquire will lay a solid foundation for businesses to thrive and bear fruit in the future to come. In closing, I extend the gratitude of our chairman, Carol Boddy, herself a champion of small business and financial education, to Minister Duggins, P.S. Taylor, Director Chatterton, and the entire team at the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship for their hard work to bring this initiative to fruition. I also wish to recognize the outstanding leadership and support of our Managing Director, Mr. Terence Crossman, for his sponsorship of this program. He has personally been involved, and I can't tell you the number of man-hours he has put in to making this a success. At National Bank, our vision extends beyond just being a financial institution. We aspire to be a catalyst for innovation, ambition, and community empowerment. Our involvement in building bankable businesses is yet another example of our ongoing drive to lead with passion and purpose, solidifying our commitment to the well-being and prosperity of St. Kitts and Nevis. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you, Mr. Lake, for those words of commendation towards the ministry, and thank you again on behalf of the ministry to the St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank for your unwavering support. Now we'll call on to the podium Mr. Morton, who will now bring some remarks and enlighten us on the bank's products. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tuffy. It's truly a pleasure to be here today, both virtually and in person, for the launch of the Building Bankable Businesses program, a collaboration that was mentioned between the Ministry of Small Business and National Bank. Today, we come together not just to discuss a program, but to celebrate the heart and soul of our economy, small business owners like you. Let me take you back to a conversation I had with a small business owner. We will call her Sarah. Sarah owns a very popular business close to town, specializing in serving lunches daily and fast food dishes at night. During our loan interview, we were constantly interrupted by calls from our customers eager to place food orders, but unfortunately, all the lunches were already sold out for the day. She also sells brewery drinks, which complements her dishes perfectly. Sarah is able to take care of her family and at times even splurge a little. She recently took her family on a cruise. But when I asked her how much money does her business generate on a weekly or monthly basis, she was unsure. She doesn't keep detailed records, and she doesn't consistently deposit her sales into her business account. Therefore, it was impossible to accurately determine how much revenue her business generates, making it difficult for me to offer her a suitable business loan. This isn't just Sarah's story. It represents so many hardworking business owners in the community who have the potential for growth but lack the financial insights to unlock it. I want to remind you all of the basics about obtaining a loan. When you visit the bank, we will ask at least the following questions. How much money do you want to borrow? What is the purpose of the loan? How will you repay the loan? And how will you secure the loan? The two biggest challenges to answer are the last two questions. And over the past year, after National launched our business startup loan and our business flex loan, we gained valuable insights into the challenges and opportunities that our entrepreneurs are facing. And this is precisely why the Building Bankable Business Program was created. This program empowers entrepreneurs with the tools and insights they need to build businesses that banks believe in and want to support. The goal of the program is simple: to improve your business acumen so that your access to financial solutions, you will do that with confidence. We all know that having a good product or service isn't enough. You need to incorporate the right habits and solutions to maintain and grow a successful business, which includes making daily deposits or timely deposits, understanding so that we could understand how your deposits can provide key insight about the sales and expenses of your business. Utilizing bookkeeping tools, which is incorporating bookkeeping softwares like QuickBooks or Salesforce to track your business performance, can make a world of difference. And lastly, leveraging the bank's solutions. I know we all recognize that after COVID-19, the whole world changed, and the way that customers conduct transactions changed as well. More and more people are using their bank cards to conduct transactions as opposed to using cash. Using our point-of-sale machine simplifies your customers' payments, but it also enhances your tracking of your business sales. It's about making your life easier and your business more efficient. Plus, when you utilize our point-of-sale machine, your sales are deposited directly into your account. So it cuts down the time that you take to have to visit the bank to make the deposit, and it also builds your sales history, which is a key component to successfully obtain a loan. Today we celebrate you, small business owners. Your bravery to take risks and your perseverance through challenges is an inspiration. You are the backbone of our community, and we want to ensure that you feel valued and appreciated for all your hard work. As Napoleon Hill famously said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This philosophy is at the core of the Building Bankable Businesses program. We believe that with the right mindset, tools, and support, you can turn your business dreams into a reality. It's about cultivating a positive mental attitude and taking actionable steps towards your goals. As you start this program, your mindset must change, your habits must change, and your commitment to your business must change. And to support you, I'm excited to introduce our tailored business loans that were launched last year, and we're back again, just for you. The first loan is called the Business Startup Loan. This loan is more than financial assistance. It is the cornerstone of your entrepreneurial journey, designed to provide new business owners with the essential capital needed to launch and thrive in today's changing and competitive market and to navigate the early stages of a startup venture. The Business Startup Loan covers a wide spectrum of expenses, including but not limited to the initial capital investment, working capital, marketing and advertising costs, staffing needs, emergency or reserve funds, and other startup costs. This loan is specifically crafted for businesses up to 3 years old. And for those of you who are existing business owners, the Business Flex Loan is a dynamic financial solution designed for more established businesses that require flexibility and convenience and tailored financial support. The Business Flex Loan offers financing for various business needs such as leasehold improvements, asset acquisitions, short-term operational expenses, and business expansion. It also provides the option for interest-only payments for up to 1 year. The interest-only feature allows you the time to get your business going, whether you need to order goods overseas, build out, or make improvements to your business. You can order these things without worrying about making a full loan payment. Ultimately, we want your business to start generating a consistent revenue stream before you have to start making a full loan payment. Some of the key features of the both loans are as follows. There's no limit to the amount you can borrow. The loan amount is commensurate to the quality of the application. Your equity contribution or input ranges from no input to up to 25% of the loan amount. It depends on the deal. The term of the loan varies based on the purpose and the collateral, and the collateral ranges from the business assets, property, the guarantee from the Eastern Caribbean Partial Credit Guaranteed Corporation, or even cash. We understand the challenges small businesses are facing. So to ensure that small businesses have the necessary access to funding for loans up to $50,000, we are introducing several alternative loan requirements designed to ease the borrowing access. What does that mean? In a nutshell, we're making it even more simpler, and when you come to this program, more simpler to qualify for loans up to $50,000. We will utilize alternative credit scoring methods that consider factors beyond traditional credit history. These models will incorporate data such as utility payments, rent, supply payments, supplier payments, providing a more comprehensive view of a borrower's credit worthiness. In addition to the financial metrics, we will evaluate the borrower's character, their experience, and the reputation within the community. These assessments can be conducted through interviews, references, site visits, helping us to understand the borrower just beyond the numbers. And for the collateral, loans can be secured by various means, including the Eastern Caribbean Partial Credit Guaranteed Corporation guarantee, personal guarantees, business assets, and in some cases, even unsecured. This flexibility allows more businesses to qualify for loans without the traditional collateral, without the traditional requirements. And we have a key ingredient here, which is the allowances for bookkeeping services. We will include an allowance in the loan proceeds up to $2,500 as an option for bookkeeping and accounting services. This will assist small businesses in improving their financial record keeping, ultimately increasing their chances of securing future loan approvals. These alternative loan solutions represent a significant step forward in creating a supportive environment for small businesses. By embracing these changes, we can foster growth and resilience in the small business sector, ensuring that they not only survive, but thrive in the years to come. These financial solutions are aimed at empowering you to grow and succeed. In closing, I urge all small business owners to register for this program. Register now. The Building Bankable Business Program is your launchpad to success. We believe that your commitment to your business will transform your life and your family's lives. Remember, at National, we are here to support your dreams because your success is our success. Thank you for being here today, for tuning in, for your dedication, and for believing in your potential. Let's make our businesses bankable together.
Thank you, Mr. Anthony Morton, for a comprehensive overview of the product. And two words came to me while you were speaking, and it's simply game changer. I think this would revolutionize the way that small business does banking, small business does business on a whole, in ensuring that at the end of the day, they thrive. Now we'll have the video reveal of the Building Bankable Business Literacy Program, and this was produced by our staff in-house, Creativity, and persons you'll see in the video are real business owners, not actors. Please.
Starting a business is exciting, but turning it into a success can be tough.
We have the ideas and the passion, but what about the financial know-how?
That's why the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship created the Building Bankable Businesses program to help us develop financial skills and to get loan ready.
Wait, so you're saying this program can actually help me get a loan?
Yes, it gives us the knowledge to strengthen our business and an alternative pathway to qualify for National Bank's small business loans.
So you mean I won't just be walking into the bank hoping for the best?
Of course not. You'll be prepared, confident, and know exactly what's required.
Thanks to the Building Bankable Business Financial Literacy Program, I finally understand what my business needs to grow.
Now I know how to plan, manage, and position myself for success.
Take control of your business's future with the Building Bankable Businesses program.
Opportunities like this don't come every day. Don't let it pass you by.
Together, the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship and the St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank are your trusted partners in building bridges to financial solutions.
Very well done, very well done. We'll now invite the Minister within the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship et al., Honorable Samuel Duggins, to bring the Minister's remarks. Please welcome him.
I want to thank the Master of Ceremonies for that. I also want to, this morning, not just welcome all of you here, especially so the staff at the Ministry Small Business Entrepreneurship et al., but also to welcome those from the St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank. This has been a journey, and I am happy that we are here at this point of the journey. But along with that, allow me to say good morning to everyone. It is truly my pleasure to join you here this morning for the official media launch of the Building Bankable Businesses Financial Literacy Program as a minister, but also as someone who has built a small business from the ground up. This moment resonates with me deeply, not only as a government initiative, but also a personal commitment to economic empowerment and transformation. While on the campaign trail, I made a firm commitment that once elected, we would ensure every Kittitian and division with the ambition to start or grow a small business will have access to low-interest financing. Today, just over 2 years in office, I'm proud to report that we have supported well over 300 businesses in securing financing that they need to thrive. But I'm also happy to report that we have not stopped there. We continue to listen, assess, and respond. We recognize that gaps still exist, barriers that prevent many from accessing the capital they need. And that is why we're here today. Not just to celebrate progress, but to push further. To close the gaps and ensure that every entrepreneur can benefit from the support that they deserve. You've already heard from the capable Permanent Secretary as she outlined the structure of this program. And you've heard from the partners at the St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank, an institution whose support goes far beyond just the transactional. Their dedication to our nation's development is both commendable and deeply appreciated. My purpose here today, ladies and gentlemen, is to not just speak from the podium, but to speak from the heart. To affirm that this program is a program that represents every entrepreneur out there, whether it is the seasoned entrepreneur or those who are just starting out. It represents those who dare to dream big, but sometimes feel a bit held back by the numbers. This initiative is not just a training session, it's a gateway to clarity, a gateway to confidence, and a gateway to capital. It's an investment in the people who keep our economy thriving, the small business owners who open early, who close late, and who carry the weight of their families and their communities on their shoulders. We understand the struggle here. We've listened to your frustration. We know that access to financing has long been one of the greatest hurdles for most MSMEs. And we are not sitting idly by. Through this program and this partnership, we are creating a practical, supportive, and inclusive roadmap for all businesses to attain success. This program is about more than information. It's about transformation. It's about equipping our entrepreneurs, not just with who have great ideas, but with financial tools, knowledge, and the preparation to make those ideas bankable, fundable, and ultimately sustainable. And we are not just keeping this locked in the offices, nor are we limiting it to the boardrooms. We are indeed taking this to the people. Starting tomorrow at the Circus, near First Caribbean International Bank, from 2 to 5 p.m., our Community Connect team will hit the ground running. This team will be moving around from Sandy Point to St. Peter's, from downtown Bastia to our rural villages. Yes, people, we are coming to you. We'll be listening, informing, and helping people to sign up, because inclusion must be intentional. It must be visible, and it must be real. To our invaluable partners at the St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank, I say again, thank you. You have proven that public-private partnerships can be powerful engines to our nation's progress. To the media, your voice matters, and thank you for being here. We need each and every one of you to help to amplify this message. Every article, every interview, every headline could change the course of our small business owners' lives from today onward. And to every entrepreneur watching this online or hearing about this later, this is your moment. If you have been searching for clarity in your cash flow, confidence in your operations, or support to make your ideas take flight, then this is your chance. The ministry stands ready to assist, including helping you to prepare your documents you need to walk into these banks and apply for financing. Together, we are not just building bankable businesses. Together, we are building belief. We are building capacity. And we are building a new chapter of economic inclusion for St. Kitts-Nevis. And with that, we look forward to welcoming our first training cohort in June. But allow me to say that the doors have opened to that opportunity today. Now, with the open doors, let us walk through it together. And let us all work hand in hand to continue building bankable businesses and a strong MSME sector in St. Kitts and Nevis. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you, Minister Duggins, for your leadership and direction to ensuring that this initiative, this program, Building Bankable Businesses, come to fruition, and for your encouragement to all our small businesses and providing action steps towards providing inclusivity. Now we'll field some questions from the media houses that are here. There's a mic at the back that you can state your name, your media house, and present your questions.
Good morning, Glenn Bart from SKN Newsline. First of all, I want to commend and congratulate the Ministry and National Bank on this, what I consider to be a very special program, and perhaps long overdue, but it's here, and I'm hoping that small businesses on St. Kitts and on Nevis will take part in this program. But having said that, now I want to get a sense, and Minister Duggins just kind of mentioned part of the outlook that I've been looking for. With this program, what would be the long-term, medium to long-term goals of this program in terms of how it impacts the business community and the development of the country itself? As we all say, that the economy of our country is based on small businesses. What can we see, or what do you perceive St. Kitts and Nevis will look like perhaps in another 10 years based on a program such as this?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Bat, for your question. And for us, we have always recognized that the MSME sector is the driving force to not just our economy, but any economy. And if we do intend to grow St. Kitts and Nevis into an economic powerhouse, we recognize we must build it from the ground up. And most importantly, we must build it from the smallest of businesses upward, because that is the heartbeat. And for us in the next 10 years, what we would love to see is a very robust MSME sector that can deliver upon the commitments of our people. We have a very talented population in various sectors. We find it in sports and businesses around sports. We find it in agriculture and businesses around agriculture. We find it in tech services and businesses around that industry as well. And in every area, we have very talented persons. We see our robotics team and the work that they do internationally. And it tells you the technical capacity of our people. What we want to structure is how they are able to finance those endeavors and ensure that they could keep driving their ideas to very viable businesses. Because it's one thing to have an idea. It's another thing to build a sustainable business around it. And this, in my idea, is a way for us to build businesses around the excellent ideas we see coming out of our society.
Yeah, to follow up on the minister's comment, the issue is that there's so many good ideas out there that have failed for lack of guidance, funding, maybe not even the biggest challenge, because if you think of it, many persons having the ideas don't have the support and the encouragement, even the tools necessary to succeed in the businesses. And we think that this is a critical component of successful businesses, and that is why we put a lot of focus on the preparation, building bankable businesses, because it's wanting to access financing, and we've had many programs where financing has been provided and not has had the success that we would want, and we want to change that conversation and allow sustainably for more sustainable businesses to be a part of our economy for the sustainability that we're looking for in the long term.
Just to echo what my, minister and the MD would have so accurately relayed. The small businesses sectors is a very important sector. We all are aware of that. And it's a phrase that we use at the ministry that we want to develop small, big businesses, right? So giving businesses finance without the knowledge, without the education, it is what has been lacking over the years. And we want to make sure that they are equipped so that they are able to access these finances and able to develop, thrive, and grow. The small businesses, we hear the challenges all the time, and we would want to improve the statistics. Statistically, within the first year or the first 5 years, more than 70 to 80% of these small businesses fail. And if we remove some of these barriers with programs such as this, then we help to improve that statistic where we have a vibrant small business sector contributing meaningfully to the overall development of the economy.
Any other questions?
Now, you have indicated some criteria that the participating businesses must cover. It seems to me, while the program is excellent as far as I'm concerned, there seems to be a sort of selective type of exclusion, so that there are some businesses who, no matter how hard they try right now, they will not be able to enter that program. So my question is there going to be like a follow-up, a series of programs that will allow those who are not ready now to perhaps in the next 6 months, next year or so, to participate in a similar kind of program?
Okay, see they're looking at me, so I'll answer. All right, no problem. Okay, so there are two parts to this. One has to do with existing businesses, and one has to do with startups, and so I want us to think of it that way. The initial phase of the program that we'll be launching would focus primarily on businesses that have had that challenge, have been there wanting to make that step to sustainability, to be able to, say, get the tools and funding where necessary and have not been able to access that. The program is structured in a way that would allow them to be able to, once they apply themselves diligently, be able to access those tools and demonstrate the desired behavior over time, which will allow them to be able to qualify for financing, if you can appreciate that. Because what happens now is that people, I've had a business, I'm a hairdresser, whatever I am, I've been doing this, I need some equipment. I've gone to the bank and the bank has turned me down. That is the story on the street. That's what happens almost invariably with a lot of people, and we're trying to change that. So the question would be for us, have you attended the program? Yes. Were you successful? Yes. What did you learn? These are the things that we learned. Have you been applying them successfully? Absolutely. If that's true, and the business is in fact a viable business, then the access to finance, as indicated earlier, would be much more easy for those persons. In fact, we're talking about stuff like, are you paying your electricity bill on time, as opposed to whether or not you have $1 million in a bank account, even 10,000, you may not need that, because yes, you're demonstrating that you're paying your water bill on time, you're paying electricity bill on time. Those are indicators of success, of the type of behaviors that would be necessary for you to succeed in your business. So the traditional criteria, as indicated by Mr. Morton, is not what we'll be using. We're using different criteria. Your own standing in the community, are you somebody who is reliable, trustworthy, etc. And those things all combined will assist us in determining your suitability or eligibility for a loan. So it's a very different type of approach, if you'd appreciate that, and we really are convinced, with the benefit of all of the programs that have gone before and the knowledge that we've acquired collectively, that the approach that we're taking will result in a much higher success rate for the businesses that we are engaging with. And we will also be engaging with startup businesses in phase 2 and 3 going on. So there's no exclusion. I'm not sure when you said exclusion what you meant. I kind of wondered what they meant, but there's no attempt at all at excluding anyone.
Just to add, definitely no exclusion. This is an inclusive program. And outside of this program, the ministry continues to work with small businesses on a daily basis. We have persons who enter our doors, just have a business idea, and they just want some general business guidance. The staff is fully equipped and ready to help them, whether it's to develop a business plan, to apply for their business license, etc. So there's other technical services that the ministry would provide that would feed into this program for businesses who are just not there yet in terms of the prerequisites.
And if I may, Mr. Bat, just kind of echo what has been said somewhat and go back to what I was saying at the podium. So far, hundreds of businesses have already qualified and attained loans. But we're here today because we recognize the gaps that exist with the others. Of course, some of those gaps are wider than others. So this is not excluding anyone. What we are doing now is closing the gaps. And some are closer to the line than others, and we are taking those over the line and reaching out for more, bringing them over the line, reaching out for more, bringing them over the line. So in fact, it's very inclusive if you look at it in the true context. Because we are not just saying, well, we've given loans to hundreds of businesses, case closed. No. We want this to be accessible to as many, if not all. Because at the end of the day, this is the heartbeat of our country. We want to see our businesses thriving, but we recognize gaps exist. And within the ministry, we are closing those gaps. We are doing what we can, finding the details through communicating with these businesses and making sure we bridge that and close the gaps so that more entrepreneurs can access valuable financing.
Yes, yes.
And most definitely, this is just the first cohort. This is a continuous program, and we are looking to see how we could tailor future sessions to meet the ever-demanding needs, whether it's different stages in business or the different business sectors. So this is just the first cohort. Second cohort, we might have a different target or different objectives.
And just to add to that, this is coupled with the training sessions that we have practically monthly at the ministry. So when we find areas where we find that there are huge gaps, we do training sessions for entrepreneurs to ensure that they are more ready to be able to attain finance. Yes.
Good day, everyone. I have a small question, but it's very interesting. The interest rate for these loans and the period. Because if I'm doing a training, I want to ensure that I am successful to a fair enough interest rate and the business will be able to pay for itself. So I'm interested in the interest rate and the period to pay the loan.
So you did say it was an interesting question, so I'll answer it accordingly. So I want to delink funding from the program, and deliberately want to do that because while it is a gateway to funding, it is not necessarily the next step. I want you to understand that. So what does that mean? People who get into the program are going to be given skills that are necessary for the business to succeed. So let's assume that I have a business that is selling lemonade, and I do have $50. Then maybe that's all that's required to start a lemonade stand because I have a shed at my house. Do I really need funding? I think a lot of times it is an assumption that you need funding when that is not properly evaluated. The program will expose you to a proper assessment as to business, the viability of the business, market research, etc. What are you trying to do? Sell lemonade? Well, you know what? There are 10 persons on your street selling lemonade already. Maybe that's not a good idea. Because sometimes there are ideas that are great, but maybe location, maybe placement, all kinds of things that come into play that would determine the success of that program and that venture. The program will assist you there. Once you come through that program successfully, you'd have a better appreciation, and you being that person undefined, as to what success looks like and what is required. So let's assume that having done that, that financing is determined to be what is needed. Then the question is, what level of financing, what are you presenting to us? So a person who wants to do a business that maybe the minister talk about robotics, maybe that's $100,000, I don't know. Different to somebody who wants to do ice cream. You appreciate that the financing that's going to be required for those two ventures may look very differently, and the amount of money needed oftentimes is an indicator as to the period of the financing and also a function of the cash flow. So you may have a business that requires low financing but has high cash generating capacity. So if you appreciate all those variables that can come into play, that will affect the duration. The rate is a function of risk, but I would tell you that it would be probably within the range of 7 to 9% in that range, just generally speaking. Could be low, but that's the rate that we're looking at for the program. But those are all a function of what is presented to us and when. Hope I answered the question. Okay, thank you. Sorry? It's going to vary. Yeah, it will vary based on the type of business that is requested. Yeah.
Last question. Some businesses, they open, they begin to operate, but a lot of people don't even know that they're there. What is your take on the aspects of marketing and business promotion, and how does it fit into this overall program?
So the training program curriculum has a number of modules, and marketing strategies is one of those modules that would help the small business to navigate through those marketing challenges. Outside of the program, too, to add some more assistance to the small business, we have, like the minister mentioned, monthly training sessions that delivers one-on-one consultation to these businesses that would help them to develop their marketing strategies as well.
Beyond that, we've also taken other initiatives, such as our Revive to Thrive, where we have really put together initiatives to show how we could remodel some of these businesses. And we filmed that, put that out on the media. And that's really just us giving other businesses examples of what they can do. Because while we may have done it for just a few, for the filming, the essence of it now is delivered to many. And they can now use that same model on their own businesses.
Not to extend it any further, but the question was interesting because when you said that the business exists, but many people don't know that it exists, that clearly points to a problem that in the conceptualization of that business, something was overlooked, right, in terms of the marketing, the promotion of that business. And the objective is that the program will cater to those things to eliminate the risk of those types of situations occurring and to maximize your chance of success.
All right, thank you. If there are no further questions, I want to thank everybody for being a part of this media launch, Building Bankable Businesses project. It's on its way, coming to a business near you. I want to thank the ministry. I want to thank the ministry for, along with collaboration with the St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank, for being a part of this program, Building Bankable Business. And as I mentioned, that we are coming to throughout the communities. Starting on Friday, we'll be at the Independence Square. At the Independence Square at 2 o'clock. A circus, sorry, apologies. At the circus, sorry. At the circus on Friday. So come on out and be a part of that. And we'll be moving around to various communities. We'll share the roadmap as to where we'll be and when we'll be there. So again, we want to thank everybody for being a part of this media launch, and do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
But turning to a success can be tough.
We have the ideas.
Starting a business is exciting, but turning it into a success can be tough.
We have the ideas and the passion, but what about the financial know-how?
That's why the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship created the Building Bankable Businesses program to help us develop financial skills and to get loan ready.
Wait, so you're saying this program can actually help me get a loan?
Yes, it gives us the knowledge to strengthen our business and an alternative pathway to qualify for National Bank's small business loans.
So you mean I won't just be walking into the bank hoping for the best?
Of course not. You'll be prepared, confident, and know exactly what's required.
Thanks to the Building Bankable Business Financial Literacy Program, I finally understand what my business needs to grow.
Now I know how to plan, manage, and position myself for success.
Take control of your business's future with the Building Bankable Businesses program.
Opportunities like this don't come every day. Don't let it pass you by.
Together, the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship and the St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank are your trusted partners in building bridges to financial solutions.
One time, what we tell them? We are building bridges to financial solutions. Building bankable businesses. Pick up the phone, build partnerships for growth. Empowering our own small businesses for you. It's your time to unlock your future. BBB, building stability. You can position for success. It's good for me, great for you. Dreams turn to reality. We are building bridges to financial solutions. Building bankable businesses. Pick up the phone, build partnerships for growth. Empowering our own small businesses for you.
Sign up today for the Building Bankable Businesses program, brought to you by the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship in partnership with the St. Kitts-Nevis-Anguilla National Bank.